Oh, what's going on, guys? HK Titan here with a brand new video for you guys. But first things first, as always, hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today's video, we are going to be jumping back into another Chimps strategy. So for this Chimps strategy, this one's more for fun. It's not very practical because it does take a long time to beat the Chimps mode. And I think you guys will understand the reason why as soon as we start placing down all the different towers. So now that I went ahead and covered that, I just want to say if you guys enjoy this video or you find this video helpful, please feel free to hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe as well. I do upload quite a bit of Bloons Tower Defense 6 content. But anyways, guys, enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump straight into Monkey Meadow Chimps mode. Alright, perfect. So, the first thing that we're going to be starting off with is we're going to be starting off with our stereotypical ninja monkey here. We're going to be upgrading him to a 201. Following that, we're going to go ahead and buy our hero, which we will be placing right on top of our ninja monkey, much similar to what we did in the last Chimps video that I just did. So now that I went ahead and covered that and you guys have a gist of what's going to be going on, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward all the way until round 40, and then I'll bring you guys back as soon as we have our beginning setup set up. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring you back on round 38, because on round 38 was when we're going to go ahead and start setting up our actual strategy here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves an ice monkey, and we're going to place our ice monkey right above our alchemist like so. And then the next thing that we're going to be doing, we're not going to be upgrading our ice monkey at all, but rather we're going to be buying a monkey village, and we're going to be placing this monkey village up here right above our ice monkey and our alchemist in the bottom right hand corner of this little setup right here. And then following that, we're going to go ahead and come over here, grab ourselves a monkey village, and we're going to be placing this monkey village as close to our ice monkey and our alchemist as we can possibly get it. Now that we have that, the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be upgrading our monkey villages to monkey business and monkey commerce to go ahead and give us a little bit of cheaper rates. Alright, now that we have all of this down, the next thing that we're going to be going for is we're going to be upgrading this monkey village all the way to primary mentoring. And I think you guys have a rough idea of why I'm going to be doing this, and it's just because I want to have a cheaper price on our ice monkey. On top of that, we're also going to be going with another primary tower, so we're going to get a cheaper rate on that tower as well. So now that we have our monkey village upgrade to primary mentoring with monkey commerce, we're going to come over here to our ice monkey, and we're going to be upgrading him all the way to the tier 4 icicles. Also, we're going to grab enhanced freeze and then deep freeze on top of that, which we should be able to afford icicles here in just 1 second. So as soon as we can afford to buy our icicles, we're going to go ahead and buy it, which again, it shouldn't take us too long to actually be able to afford it. And there we go. Perfect. So now we're going to be going for grow blocker, and then we're going to be going for radar scanner to go ahead and allow our striker Jones and our ice monkey to go ahead and hit camo balloons, because even though we do have a ninja monkey that's being buffed by an alchemist, we would like a little bit of additional camo popping power, because right now our camo popping power is strong, especially since we're sub round 60, but at the same time, it's not that strong when you actually think about it. Alright guys, and now at this current point in time, the only thing that we are going to be doing is we are going to be saving up a lot of money, because we need to go for the Icicle Impale, which is $32,000, so it is kind of pricey, but we should be able to afford it somewhere around rounds 864 or round 65. So that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward all the way until we can afford the Icicle Impale dudes, and I'll bring you guys back as soon as I can afford it. So sit back, relax, I'll see you guys here in just a second. Alright guys, and here we are on round 65, and as you guys can see, we can almost afford to buy our Icicle Impale. One thing I forgot to mention is feel free to use Striker Jones's broadside attack at any given point in time. It's not really going to affect too much if you just spam it or if you don't use it. I just like to use it on round 60 because it does make round 60 super easy. Alright, so now as you guys can see, we have our Icicle Impale. So now the first piece of our composition is set up. The next thing that we need to go for is we need to save up to buy Monkey Intelligence Bureau, because when we get Monkey Intelligence Bureau, that will allow our Icicle Impale to freeze DDT balloons, as well as a bunch of other balloons that we're going to be dealing with in future rounds. Alright, and luckily, because we got the second Monkey Village with Monkey Commerce, the Monkey Intelligence Bureau is only going to cost us $6,885, so it shouldn't take us too long to actually be able to afford it, especially since now we're on round 68. Now guys, time to reveal what this composition is going to entail. So as you guys can see, we have Striker Jones, we have the Icicle Impale, which is kind of something that I'm sure you guys weren't expecting, because usually when you see Striker Jones, it's going to be paired with the Moab Maulers and the Recursive Cluster, because that's a really good strategy to use, and it's a very strong strategy to use. But I wanted to kind of surprise you guys and give you guys something new that I personally haven't seen before, so please feel free to let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen a setup like this. If you guys have, awesome. If not, I'm so glad that was the first one that was actually able to show you guys. But alright, there we go. We have our Monkey Village upgrade to MIB. Now it's time to grab the creme de la creme, the final portion, or the final tower that's going to basically wrap up our entire composition. And what that tower is going to be is, of course, it's going to be a bomb shooter. But the reason why we're going to be going for this bomb shooter is we're going to be upgrading our bomb shooter to missile launcher, and then we're going to be upgrading it all the way to the tier 5 bomb shooter as soon as we can afford to buy Bloon Impact. And there we go. Now we're going to be saving up the whopping $60,000 to be able to afford the Bloon Crush. Now, from this point on, all the way up until I believe round 91 is when we should be able to afford the Bloon Crush. Pretty much feel free to spam away at Striker Jones's broadside attack, because it will stall all, or the strongest balloons on the field, which is going to work very good with the Icicle Impale. And also, because we have the Bloon Impact, it's also going to pair really well with that. So some of you guys may start to realize what we're doing here, and we are creating the ultimate stall composition. So right now we have 3 pieces of our puzzle. We need to go ahead and get the 4th one with the Bloon Crush, and then we also need to go ahead and grab a couple more pieces as soon as we get the Bloon Crush. But anyways, guys, we still have quite a bit of time until we can afford the Bloon Crush, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward once again all the way up until I believe round 91, and I'll bring you guys back as soon as we can afford it. Again, feel free to hit the broadside as much as you want, and then I will see you guys here in just a second. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring you back on round 90, because we can almost afford to buy our Bloon Crush. As soon as we get our Bloon Crush, you guys are going to see that this entire stall strat is going to be almost put together. The last thing that we're going to end up getting is we're going to get a sniper, and we're also going to buy some boomerang monkeys to go ahead and add that little bit of a pizzazz to the whole stall composition. And there we go. We should be able to afford our Bloon Crush now. There we go, guys. And you're just gonna see that, like, look at this, guys. Like, the Moab balloons aren't even moving. And then when we pair that with Striker Jones's broadside, Look at this, dudes. Like, these balloons aren't moving. You have the ceramic balloons that are stuck in place. You have the ZOMGs that are stuck in place. You have the Moab balloons that are stuck in place. The only downside about this composition is that because we have nothing but stall, there is absolutely no DPS in this entire composition. So that means when it comes to the ZOMGs and it comes to the bad balloon, we just really don't have enough DPS towers to actually pop them, which will result in stuff like this, meaning that we're going to be stuck here for just a little bit trying to deal with this ZOMG balloon. But I do have a solution to give us a little bit more DPS that we definitely need, because if we don't have this next tower that I'm about to drop, then we will lose to the bad balloon. And it's not because this composition is bad, it's just because we don't have enough DPS to deal with the bad balloon, because again, we only have stall towers at our disposal right now. Alright, so, like I said, the next thing that we're going to go with is we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our sniper monkey. This isn't the tower that I was talking about, but he is a vital part in this whole setup because it's going to give us a little bit more stall. And that's exactly what the theme of this chimp strat is just the ultimate stall strategy. I mean, look guys, we're at round 93 and no balloons can even make it to the center pathway here. And that's without us using Striker Jones's broadside. Alright, so let me see here. Again, we're just going to be saving up for MAME Moab, nothing too crazy. We're actually not even going to switch it over to strong. We're going to leave it on targeting first, because we don't really need to worry too much about any balloons slipping through because of the Icicle Impale and because of the Bloon Crush that's right next to it. And just in case any balloons actually do slip by, we always have a Striker Jones's broadside, which is exactly why I chose to use Striker Jones. Because why not use, or if you're going for a stall composition, why not go ahead and use a hero that also has a little bit of stall. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and grab our MAME Moab. Again, we are not going to switch it over to targeting strong or anything crazy like that. We're just going to leave it on targeting first. And as you guys can see, I think we have like 2 or 3 Moab balloons that are just stuck in place here that, wait, actually I think that's a few more. But either way, we have a lot of Moab balloons that are, not Moab balloons, but ZOMGs that are stuck in this pile right here. And they can't move because of the sheer amount of stall that we have at our disposal. Between the Bloon Crush, between the Icicle Impale, and between the MAME Moab. Alright guys, now at this point in time, we need to have a little bit more DPS. I want to get this tower on the field before we start getting to some of the higher tiered rounds. And it's not because I'm worried that we won't be able to deal from round 95 all the way up until round 99. It's actually solely for the bad balloon. Because if we don't have the carpet of spikes, then unfortunately, again, the bad balloon is just a little bit too much for our composition to deal with. But as you guys can see, this is round 95, a pretty beefy round where we have a lot of DT balloons that are coming at you, and in this composition just pretty much stalled them before they could even make it to the first corner here. Alright, there's our Moab Shredder. Now we need a little bit more money to go ahead and afford the Spike Storm. Again, the Spike Storm is going to be a great way to deal a little bit of additional damage to the bad balloon, allowing us to beat this Chimps mode. Alright, there we go. Here's our Spike Storm. Now, at this point, now that we have our Spike Storm, the next thing that we are going to be going for is we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit of Boomerang Monkeys. Now, if everything goes according to plan, you guys will see exactly why I chose to go with Boomerang Monkeys, but it's highly dependent on how much damage our composition does to the bad balloon if it pops before the ZOMGs get to this corner right here. Which I think if everything goes according to plan, we should pop the bad balloon right about here, and then we should incinerate the DT balloons before they make it any further than this. I just go ahead and grab a couple of Moab presses. The only thing that we're going to be buying from this point on is just going to be the Boomerang Monkey upgraded to the Moab press paired with improved ranks and glaives. So I think by the time we get to round 100, we should have roughly 4 or 5 of these guys set up. And these guys are actually a great addition to this composition, because if anything does happen to make it to this point, because we're going to have 4 of them, it's just going to push them all the way back to this corner right here. Alright guys, because round 97, we're dealing with a couple of reinforced ZOMGs, I'm going to go ahead and activate the Spike Storm. That way we don't have to sit here and wait for too long. But while we are finishing up this chimp strat, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. You guys are absolutely crushing it. I can't believe that we just hit 10K and we're already at 10,200 and I believe 80 subscribers. So again guys, thank you so much for the support. You guys are absolutely amazing. Alright guys, there we go. We popped the first reinforced ZOMG, and we really have no idea what's going on in the whole mist here. I know we're on the BFBs. We have a couple of Moab balloons here. We have a couple of the ceramic balloons that we're easily able to deal with. But again guys, this stall strat is just too good at keeping the balloons in their place. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and upgrade to Moab Press now. And again, we should be able to afford 2 more of these. If we only have 3, again, it's not that big a deal. Round 98, I'm going to go ahead and use the Spike Storm again, just so we don't have to sit here and wait for, like, 10 minutes for our Bloon Crush to go ahead and pop all of these balloons. Now, the reason why this works so well is because of Striker Jones. When you pair a Striker Jones that increases the attack speed of all bomb shooters, you end up with a composition like this. And then when you pair that with a MAME Moab and a Icicle Impale, that just adds to it and makes a unbeatable composition, well, an unbeatable stall composition that the balloons have no idea what to do against. Alright, let's go ahead and grab another Boomerang Monkey, upgraded to Moab Press with improved ranks. And then we should be able to afford the last one here on round 99 while our Bloon Crush and the rest of our towers deal with the reinforced DDT balloons on round 99. Alright, as soon as round 100 is done, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate this. And then we're going to come down here and activate our Striker Jones's second ability right here. Let's go ahead and upgrade this guy to Kylie Boomerang with glaives. Now we're going to go ahead and hit him with the Spike Storm one more time. And I think we should be popping the bad balloon here in just a second. Alright, there we go. Almost popped, guys. He's almost done. And there we go. As you guys can see, the Boomerang Monkeys are just forcing these ZOMGs back because the ZOMGs cannot do anything because they're locked in place. So the Boomerang Monkeys just end up pushing them all the way back to this corner right here. But anyways guys, again, this really wasn't meant to be like a super serious chimp strat. More meant for fun and to show you guys the power of using stun in chimps mode. But anyways guys, I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe as well. I do upload quite a bit of Bloons Tower Defense 6 content. But anyways guys, you already know what time it is. I hope you guys have the most amazing day of your lives, and I will see you guys in the next one.